Everyone says, "I was here." Nobody can say where here is. A man walks a trail just before sunset. The light is low, the air still, the kind of quiet that feels complete on its own. He stops at a wooden fence, runs his fingers along the grain, then reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small knife. Not in anger, not in urgency, almost ritual. He leans in and carves slowly, carefully, as if precision matters. Each letter deliberate, each stroke final. When he finishes, he steps back, looks at it, nods, and walks away. On the wood it reads, "I was here." It looks harmless, familiar even. Something seen 1,000 times on trees, walls, benches, train cars, places that never ask to be named. Bob was here. Sally was here. Rick was here. But the act isn't as simple as it looks, because the carving isn't really about the name. It's about the second half of the sentence. Here. No one questions it. No one stops to ask it. No one tries to find it. Where is here? Not casually, not as a figure of speech, literally. Because the moment here is spoken, something invisible gets built. A place appears. A position gets assigned. A boundary is drawn between here and there. And just like that, a structure forms. Someone arrived. Someone existed in a location. And then, someone left. That's what the carving is trying to solve. Not expression, not creativity, not rebellion. Continuation. Because hidden inside the sentence is an assumption no one questions. I am no longer here, so let this remain. The mark becomes a substitute for presence, a stand-in for something that believes it has already passed. But notice what has to be believed for that to make sense. That here is a real place. That I was inside it. That I could leave it. And that something must now prove it once existed there. So the knife presses deeper into the wood. The marker presses harder against the wall. The spray paint stretches wider across the surface. Because if the moment cannot be held, something must be left behind. But the deeper question never gets asked. What if nothing real ever entered here to begin with? Look at a mountain. It doesn't carve into the sky, "I was here." The ocean doesn't etch its name into the shore. The sun doesn't sign the horizon before it sets. Because what is does not need confirmation. It does not need memory. It does not need proof. Only something uncertain does. Only something that believes it is temporary. Something that believes it is local. Something that believes it is moving through places instead of appearing as them. So the world becomes a surface, a wall, a canvas, a place to write the same sentence over and over again in different handwriting. I was here. But try to find here, not by pointing, not by comparing, not by saying, "not there." Find it directly. It keeps slipping. It moves with the one trying to define it. It changes with perspective. It exists only relative to something else, which means it is never actually fixed. And if here is not fixed, then nothing can truly be located within it. And if nothing can be located, then nothing can leave. And if nothing can leave, then nothing ever needed to say it was here. So the carving on the fence changes meaning. It is no longer a record of presence. It is a reflection of a belief that something came, stayed briefly, and disappeared. And that belief is the only thing being written, again and again, across wood, across walls, across time itself, until the question finally interrupts the pattern. If here cannot be found, and what is real cannot leave, what exactly has ever needed to say it was here at all?